Question A4. A random sample of 500 adult residents of Harare found that 77% were in favor of increasing the highway speed limit to 140 kilometers per hour, while another sample of 400 adult residents of Bulawayo found that 67% were in favor of the increased speed limit. Do these data indicate that there is a difference in the support for increasing the speed limit between the residents of the two cities? So first thing is first, we write our null hypothesis and alternative hypothesis. Let's write our null hypothesis. H naught is denoted by P1 is equals to P2. That's our what? Our null hypothesis. Then alternative hypothesis H1, P1 is not equal to P2. Now we want to test and see whether in which region is the confidence interval lying. We draw our diagram now, and yes. So we use 95% confidence interval, 0.95. That's our confidence interval. This is a two-tailed test, so we have both sides 0.025. 0.025. The rejected region. Here's the 0. So we then go and calculate our what? Calculate our z-test formula for what? For these two proportions. Z is equals to P8 minus P82 minus P1 minus P2 all over what? P8 open bracket 1 minus P8 close bracket open bracket 1 over N1 plus 1 over N2. That's the formula that we are going to use. There is a square root here. It's a square root. Yes. So let's go on and punch in our what? Our numbers. 67 over 400 times 67 over 100, 67 over 100 times 400 to see our what? Our P2. This is our P2. Then 77 over 100% times 500 to get our what? To get our P1, which is equals to 268. Here we have 385. Are we together? So we have our P81 and P82. Now we want to find that P8. That P8 is equals to x1 plus x2 over n1 plus n2, which is equals to 77 over 500 plus 67 over 400. What do we get? 77 over 500 plus 67 over 400. What do we get? So here we have what? 268 plus 385 over 900. What do we get? 0.726. That's the value of the what? Of the P8. So we now want to calculate We want to calculate now and see the z what with the z value. We now go on and say 385, 385 minus 268 minus P1 minus P2 is the same as P1 minus P2. We get what? We get 0. So P1 minus P2 is equals to 0. So there's no need of writing P1 minus P2 because it's the what? Because it's the 0. All over the square root of P8 is 0.76, 0.726, open bracket, 1 minus P8, 0.726, close bracket, multiplied by 1 over 500 plus 1 over 400. And then we close this bracket. And then we come and get what? We come and get 3.34. That's the what? That's the Z test, or what? Our Z test. And then now we want to find the critical what? The critical value. So the critical value is equals to 0.95 plus 0.025, and then we get 0.975. Without, we now go on to our Z table, and then we look for 0.975. 0.975, here we have it's 1.96 positive, yes, minus 1.96. Since it is a two-tailed what? Two-tailed test. Here we have found out that the z-test value of our what? Of our proportion is what? Lies in between here 3.34. Therefore, we reject we reject we reject what? H naught, because the z value of 3.34 is greater than critical value of 1.96. Therefore, the final conclusion of our question is, do these data indicate that there is a difference in the support for increasing the speed limit between the residents of the two cities? Since we have rejected the now hypothesis, there is a difference. Therefore, there is a difference. There is a difference in support for increasing the speed limit between the residents of the two cities. So that